Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is time to film our yearly luxury handbag collection video. It is one of my top videos that I love to film. I'm so excited, and it's usually one of my most popular videos on my channel. So let's get straight into this. So we have the bags behind me here. I'm just gonna grab these bags in no particular order. Before I used to rank them. This year there's no particular order, but I want you to keep in mind that my collection has shrunk down a little bit, not a ton, but I have sold a good handful of bags this past year. So let's get straight into this. I'm just gonna start from the front. I guess we're gonna work from small bags up to big bags. That's what we're gonna do. I just made that decision up on the spot right now. So right here, the first handbag that I just grabbed from behind me is my Loewe mini puzzle bag. I got this in Malaysia, when I went on our trip to our honeymoon a couple years ago. And I saw the Loewe store. Where I am in Calgary, Alberta, we do not have a physical Loewe store. We do have Loewe handbags in different department stores, but not the actual store itself. So when I saw this store in Kuala Lumpur, I got so excited. I had to go in and check it out, and of course I found things I wanted to buy. This being the one that I stepped away with. It is the cutest little, most practical mini handbag that fits a ton. I know you probably heard me say this a bajillion times, but for how small and tiny this bag is, it really packs a punch. I've told people before, but I'll repeat it again. When I went and bought this during our honeymoon, I used it the rest of the trip, and I was able to carry around my phone, my actual camera, my G7X Canon that I'm using right now to film. I was able to carry around hand sanitizer, lippy, just what I needed all in here. So the fact that this can fit a full-on digital camera and my phone is very impressive. So there's that. It's got a zipper, a kind of concealed opening, which makes it very friendly in terms of travel. You don't have to worry so much about security. And the strap is, the only complaint I have about the strap is that it is very long and it's not adjustable. It is removable. But for how tall I am, I'm 5'4" for reference. It does hang very low on me, so what I like to do is I just wrap the cord around this top handle a couple of times just to shorten it up. And I know sometimes it looks a little bit weird because then it's offset from the side. You see how this doesn't start over here, but it starts further in now because it's been wrapped around. That doesn't bother me, but I know that people actually know how to braid this strap to make it shorter. I haven't tried that just because I don't feel like, first off, ruining the leather, and it just seems really complicated. So maybe I'll give it a try one day, but this is for how I usually carry my bag, and I just love it so much. The interior is just this textile lining. It's beautiful leather, and I just love this color. It is so pretty. One of my top bags. I would highly recommend. The next handbag will be this one. This was called the penny bag, if I'm not mistaken. It was from Burberry. Bought this a few years ago. I want to say 2 to 3 years ago. And it is this gorgeous little, very vintage classic style flap bag. It's very simple. I have it stuffed with the dust bag, but it's got this removable strap here, as you can see. I thought that it was hard to remove. I actually did remove the straps before, and it wasn't hard at all to do so. So you could easily take it off and turn it into a clutch just because it's such a good size. The interior, it's leather lined. It's gorgeous. It's got a little flat pocket here, a flap here, a side pocket here, and then this here with the signature Burberry, whatchamacallit, plaid design, whatever. It's actually a lined canvas. It's a canvas that's coated actually. So you don't have to worry about stains or, getting water on it, or if it's raining or something, you don't have to worry about it, and it's so carefree. It doesn't have feet, but look at that contrast stitching. I just love that light contrast stitching with this rich caramelly leather. It's just beautiful. It's very simple. There's nothing much to it, honestly. The strap is removable and adjustable, and it is gorgeous. I fell in love with this bag. I remember, and I had been eyeing it for a little while before I actually purchased it. When I was first looking at it, this part of the bag with the plaid design was like an actual fabric that was not coated, and so it was, you know, more prone to stains and stuff like that, and because of that I didn't buy it. When I went back into the store later on, I don't know how much later on, months later on, they actually updated this bag and turned this into a coated fabric, I guess, coated canvas. So it made it so much more durable, and that's when I was like, okay, time to buy this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I have not been reaching for this bag. I haven't reached for it in like a year. I still do love it. I'm not going to sell it, but I really should be using it more. It's just because right now with my lifestyle change, becoming a mom of 2, it's not very practical. I guess what I could do is just wear this on my body and then have my diaper bag on the side. Then I can have like my immediate like phone, wallet, keys, that sort of thing right next to me, and then just have my kids' stuff in the diaper bag. I could do that. But yeah, I just haven't been reaching for it very much, but I don't get me wrong, I do love this bag. It's beautiful, like it's so pretty. I thought that this leather would be very prone to scratches just because it is a beautiful smooth leather. It's not super like delicate at all. It doesn't have a single scratch on it. I did use it quite a bit when I first got it, and so this is not to say that I've never worn it, but I don't have like, I have a tiny, no, it's not even, that was a dust piece. There's literally no scratches on this thing. I was worried about the scratches that would eventually show up, but not that I can see right now. Next up, let's do something over here. Okay, next one is this guy. So this is obviously the Nano Speedy from Louis Vuitton in the classic monogram vachetta leather. It is so stinking cute. I did use this quite a bit when I first purchased it. Again, something that I haven't really reached for since having my kids. But that's not to say that I might not use it a lot in the spring summer that's upcoming, because I feel like this to me is just a really cute spring summer bag that's just like, it comes with a removable and adjustable strap, as you can see here, that I just have tucked in here. Oops. Inside there's literally nothing else. It's just like a brown textile lining, and it's got the Louis tag in there, and that's about it. There's nothing else in there. But again, just like very similarly to the Loewe puzzle bag, I would say that this one holds definitely a little bit more just because of the shape of it. This one has like these corners, these edges that come up and kind of narrows up the space a little bit more, whereas this is like a rectangle, so it does hold more. It has a bigger capacity. Very similar in size though. I think I've done a comparison video of these two before, so I'll try to have that linked up above or in my description box as well. But if you compare the size of these two, like they're very comparable, I would say this one holds more. This guy here holds a lot as well for its size. You can fit very comfortably your phone. Like this is my iPhone 16 Pro. It's not the Pro Max. Actually, I've never tried to fit this bag in here before. Okay, yeah, it does fit. And you can see it fits in here. My phone even has like the square. This is a square flaunt case. It makes it a little bit more difficult to put it in here, but if it had one of those normal rounded cases, it would be a lot more easier to slip in, but it still fits. I don't reach for it very often, like I said, but I am definitely gonna be keeping this bag because I have it set in my brain that this is one for sure that I'm gonna be keeping for my daughter, just because of how cute it is. Again, I'm not gonna give it to her when she's like a child. She'll be getting it when she's like probably a young adult. You're not gonna be able to get it for the price that you got it for originally, so I thought I'd just keep it and give it to her. It's in pristine condition and I just love it so much. Another bag that I have is from, again, Louis Vuitton. This is a bag I have also done a review on. I don't know if you guys can see just because the background is kind of dark with my bags behind. This is the Louis Vuitton Easy Pouch on Strap. I remember the name. In the black Empreinte embossed leather. I love this size of the embossing. Louis Vuitton has several leathers that are Empreinte leather, so it's like the leather with the embossing of the LV and the whatever, the print on it. But some of them are very large, like they're like this big. The LV is like huge. I like this one just because it's smaller, and obviously it depends on the bag that you're putting it on, but for how small this Easy Pouch on Strap is, I like how small the print is. It just, to me, it looks better aesthetically. I love this bag. I have used it. Again, most of these bags I haven't reached for much just after becoming a mom of 2, but I do love them and I do use them on special occasions like, you know, date nights, weddings. I've brought this out. But it comes with two different straps. It comes with this strap here, and I've gone on and on about this strap before. I love how it's like a snap extension type of thing, and you can make it twice the length and snap it in place rather than those like holes that you have to, you know, weave like a belt through. And it turns into a longer bag, like a strap. Also comes with a very, very pretty, decently sized and decently hefty feeling chain that is, it's not too gold. Like if you take a look, it's a very nice gold, and it's not too chunky, too thick. So I really do like this. People like to wear it together, kind of like with this kind of dangling, or you can just wear this as a strap for a nighttime out type of thing. Whatever you choose. Interior is very simple, just interior textile, the striped design. There's no pockets, no organization in there, but it's a great bag. My one complaint about this bag, and you know, there's not much you can do about it, is the fact that it is very slim. So if you were to carry something that's chunkier, like for instance, I have my inhaler. I am slightly asthmatic, very minor, but I do have an inhaler that I carry with me a lot of times, and my inhaler would make this bulge out a bit just because it's kind of fat. So that's the only complaint about it, but realistically it's the design of it. You can't really change much. And I guess it's also part of how like nice and compact it is. Like it's a cute little bag that you can have on your shoulder. I just love it. It's so cute. Up next is my beloved Chanel wallet on chain. She is still in my collection. I am never going to sell her. It's a classic. Everybody knows this bag, and it's in the caviar leather, so it is super durable, super hard wearing. I have it in the gold hardware. Excuse me, I have it in the gold hardware, and I also have one of those base inserts on the inside, so that's why you see it's not folding down. But this bag is just, look how glossy this leather is. Like, I'm just like taking a look at it. I haven't looked at a lot of these bags, like actually looked at them in a long time. The signature pocket on the back of here, and then just the interior just has a zipped pocket here, a side pocket here, interior, and then the chain. It's shown like no use. It's in seriously such good condition. I've had it for a few years now. I've used it a ton, especially before having kids, date nights, you know, girls' days, even going shopping. Like if I didn't carry very much with me, this was such a good classic bag. And I feel like it's always one of those bags that I will think about reaching for when it comes to like special occasions, like weddings, you know, things like that. It's just so nice. You can wear it as a clutch. It's so easy just to grab in your hand like this. You can't go wrong with the wallet on chain. This is the Chanel rectangle, mini rectangle, one of my dream bags that I loved and lusted for so long. I got it several years back and I love it, but do I use it very often? No, it's probably one of my least used handbags in my entire collection because, again, like I said, it's the lambskin and it doesn't carry very much, but it is beautiful. I love it. I got it in the silver hardware. As you can see, it is very shiny. That's one of the things with like the lambskin, is that it's so shiny. The only thing is, it is mine in particular with my batch that I got is prone to scratches. Like I remember taking it out and hardly like touching it and it got a scratch. So kind of irritates me a little bit, but it is, again, one of those bags that for the price that I paid for, like it's definitely gone up in price. Not a ton since I bought it, but it has gone up in price, and I just don't feel like it's worth it for me to sell it. And then if one day I want it back, let's say when my kids are no longer a newborn and a toddler, 2 under 2, I might want to, you know, start reaching for these bags again when I'm not carrying around my whole house in a bag. Then, you know, I don't feel like paying the higher price point for it when I could have just kept it. But this would be a good one to pass down to my daughter as well. The mini size is a little bit more like youthful in my opinion. Like I love the classic flaps. Like I really like the small. If I could, I would get the small too, but it's not too far in terms of capacity, what they can hold compared to the mini. So it's not worth it for the price tag. It's insane. And, but yeah, I would love the small in a caviar. That being said, this is probably the closest thing to getting classic flap and Chanel, but for like half the price. So I think this is worth it if you're still like, you know, if you're one of those people who don't carry very much and you don't need to carry a ton, you're looking for the Chanel classic flap style, but you don't want to pay like 5 figures for it. this could be a good alternative. I don't know how hard this is to get still, because when I got mine, I had to get put on like a wait list, and then they called me. Again, one that I will never sell. Moving right along, I have this one here. So we're starting to get into slowly bigger bags. This is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoire. I love this bag so much. I'm starting to honestly feel like I'm pretty close to reaching purse piece. I love this bag. It is such a good bag. So, I mean, this has been around for years. Although when I checked a few months ago, I didn't see it on the Louis Vuitton website. I don't know, did they discontinue this? Can someone please tell me? Maybe I need to do some research myself and look into it, because when I looked, they didn't have this available. I think they, you know how Louis Vuitton's been kind of like taking some of their classic styles and like taking it off their website, changing it, upping the price tag, and then putting it back onto the website slightly different now. Maybe that's what they did, I don't know. But when I looked, they didn't have this on their website, which made me like think, what? How could they take this one off? I got one of the relatively newer styles because as you can see, my vachetta is very like white still compared to what it could be. It's such a good like piece to just throw all your stuff in as a mom. You can throw your wallet, keys, your whatever, all like your necessities in here, and then throw it into your diaper bag, and then just have that as like a throw around pouch, and then you can still take it out and wear it as like a little shoulder purse, shoulder handbag when you need it. That's outside of your purse. Like, it's so great. It's so good. And because it's this canvas, it's light, it's flexible and pliable. It's so carefree. You can't really mess up. The only thing about this is that there is this vachetta leather here, but I'm pretty sure I have kind of like pre-treated mine a little bit with what I can't exactly remember. I have some sprays and stuff that I used on it, but love it so much. Next up, I have my Fendi Peekaboo. So this is the Fendi Peekaboo Mini in the color Dove Gray, if I remember correctly. I just love this handbag. It's so pretty and dainty. I find I use it a lot, kind of like during springtime, spring, summer, just because I find it pairs really well with like creams and like whites and stuff like that. But I mean, you can wear it throughout the year. It's such a good versatile color, and the leather is Napa leather, I want to say. There's no feet on it, and it is in the silver, I think it's palladium hardware if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, silver hardware. It does come with a strap, the skinny removable adjustable strap, which is great. I love it. And it's such a good bag. I love it so much. I bought mine pre-loved from Luxe de Jour. I've mentioned them so many times on my channel. At this time, they should just like sponsor me. But anyways, I love this. I got it for basically like brand new, almost 9.5 out of 10 rating on their website, and I paid half the retail price for it. Fendi handbags don't necessarily do very well on the pre-loved market in terms of pricing, so I would highly recommend looking pre-loved if you are looking for a Fendi. I'm very happy with it. I did get some inserts to put in here, bag organizer inserts from Samorga, just so that it would hold up its shape. And now the corners, when I first got it, the corners were kind of sinking in. Can you see that slight indent right here? It's very, very minor, like I'm probably being anal about it, but on all four corners, it had a little bit of like sinking in of the leather, just because this is such a soft, supple leather. And once I put the Samorga organizers in, it made the bag like stand up a little bit more, and it makes it look brand new. I won't get rid of this either, just because it's such a beautiful leather and color, and it's just perfect. Okay, here comes a piece that is like a duplicate in my collection, but in a different size and color. I have my first ever Loewe, no, that's a lie. That's not my first ever Loewe handbag. Which one was my first ever Loewe handbag? I think it was the mini one that I showed you guys earlier. So I got this one first ever, yes. And then I came back from my honeymoon, and then maybe a year later I bought this one. So I loved this one so much that I went ahead and got, this is the small size. So that was the mini, this is the small, and they have another size which is the medium, which is even bigger. It is just, I loved it so much that clearly I had to get a second one. The one reason why I really like this one is because with the bigger size, Loewe actually did adjust the width of the shoulder strap as well. I feel like it's the perfect like width of a strap. Very comfortable on my shoulder. I love wearing it like this, as you can see. And obviously I can adjust it to a longer length to make it more like a crossbody bag. I just like to wear it as a shoulder bag, and it's so cute. I have a bag organizer in here as well, and I have it stuffed just for storage, but if I were to wear it out, nowadays I really like the slouchy look. It's just kind of, I guess, what's in now too. It's not, I don't know, aesthetically I really like it. So I would take out the organizer and I would just wear it with the slouch in it. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love it. And obviously with the mini being able to store such a good amount for the size, this can obviously hold a really good amount as well. Like if you want to just compare the sizes, this is the mini, like it's significantly larger. So you can imagine how much this can hold. It's so beautiful. The leather is fantastic. I have no signs of wear and tear on this. Like there's no feet on here. I wish that they did include some feet on the bottom of this bag, but it's not a big deal. It's not a game, like a deal breaker for me, because I don't put my bags on the ground. It does have a zip pocket in the back, whereas the mini doesn't have that just because it's so small, and it's beautiful. I got mine, this one obviously has gold hardware. Does the other one? Oh no, my other one has silver hardware. So you can see that like I got some differences in them. They're different enough that I can justify having both, and I love them both. And it's just beautiful interior textile lining. There's really nothing to it. There's the Loewe leather tag there. Oh, there's one little pocket, side pocket right here in the back, but that's it in terms of organization. And you can see this leather is very beautiful too. So comfortable to wear. It's just, oh, it's so good. I love it so much. I obviously had to get another one. Another medium-sized bag I have in my collection, I've noticed I've started to actually really gravitate towards medium and large bags. So this here is my Loewe Flamenco bag. I got this the summer of 2024, so about half a year ago, and I got it from Saks. I love this bag. It is so cute. I was contemplating it, humming and hawing, but I was mostly thinking about like the mini size. Like, yeah, I think it's a mini size. This is, I want to say the medium size, and I ended up getting the bigger one just because, again, I need more space nowadays. The color that I got, to me, is more like a summer bag. It looks really good with like white linen dresses, that type of thing. So, or like blue denim, like light blue denim in my brain. So I really like this one in the summertime. So because of that, I really haven't worn it much since I've gotten it, because I've got it towards the end of summer. But I do love this leather. Like, look how beautiful that is. Like, it's like a little dumpling. I love it. I love that you can cinch it in, you know, you can carry, I think you're supposed to carry it. How are you supposed to carry it? There's a way you can carry this. Anyways, is it? No, I don't even know how. Oh, hold on. There's a way that you can cinch this in. Maybe I should have done my research before I started doing this. Oh yeah, like this. You can cinch it in like this with the ears kind of sticking out. I don't know. There's multiple ways you can wear this bag. It's like a little transformer bag. It's so cute. Magnetic closure, quite a strong magnet at that. And the inside is just, is it suede lined? Yes, it is suede lined on the interior, and there's no other organization or anything. My only little thing with this bag is this strap is just a teensy bit too thin for the size, in my opinion. I wish that it was just ever so slightly thicker. I tried on the newer version, because this is a slightly older version that they have. The newer version has like Loewe kind of like gold embossed in the center bottom of the bag. Mine is the slightly older version where I have the monogram here. See, it's so faint you can barely see it. You see the monogram right there? But that's all they have in terms of logos on this version. So in case you're trying to figure out which one I have, mine has the removable straps, but it's not the clasp. It's not like a D clasp, whereas the new ones are. So this one you have to like kind of unbuckle, kind of like a belt. But I got this version because it was like cheaper than the other one at, was it Saks? Yeah, it was Saks, Fifth Ave. And yeah, but like, look how cute that is. It's so cute. I love how pliable this leather is. Like, Loewe is just, I love their bags. So cute. And I watched a ton of videos. Maggie X Chu was one of the videos, one of her videos, or a couple of her videos. She owns a couple of these, if I'm not mistaken. She owns like a green one. She did a review on them, and I just like, she sold it. Like, they're so pretty. I did my research, and she was one of the ones that I really based my opinion on and trusted her with. But yeah, I really like this bag. I can't wait to wear her more in the summer. Hopefully I have more opportunities to, but it fits a decent amount too. This next bag is going to be one of my older handbags. So it's the YSL Sac de Jour. I want to say it's the baby size, black, and it's a beautiful bag. I still to this day adore how it looks. It's just, you can kind of open it up a little bit more and like open up the sides more. I never do that, and I do find it quite useful. I just love, like, it's so pretty. It's such a understated handbag. It's got, you know, the Saint Laurent, whatever, embossed in silver here. That's the only logo detail they have. Interior is all leather lined. It's got a side, like a strap, removable and adjustable. Good width as well, so it's not too thick or too thin for the size of the bag. I feel like the proportions are very good. And then the interior has this center compartment with a zip, as you can see right there, that can be removed and taken out as like a little pouch if you want. But it's just a beautiful bag, and then there's nothing really else inside. It's just all leather lined. So if you wanted to, you could put in some protectors just for the leather inside, but it's all black inside. You can't really see. There are feet on here. This was one of my dream bags for a long time, and when I finally got it, I ordered it off the YSL website, and I was so excited. I used it a ton when I first got it, but I just haven't reached for it very often, just because, I don't know, I feel like this is more like a really put together look, and right now I'm in a more athleisure style, as you guys can see. Like, I'm like in my athleisure era right now. This style of bag is very well put together. It's like, you kind of like business casual style, like, or like very like dressy put together, you know what I mean? Because of that, I really haven't reached for it, but I will one day. I will. I'm just not right now. This next handbag I'm gonna show you guys is my first ever luxury handbag. So it is the oldest one out of the entire collection, and it's still kicking around. It is the Celine Belt bag. Now, what size it is, I don't remember, but I can have the review I have on it posted, kind of linked above somewhere. This is such a beautiful handbag. I can't get over the architecture of it. It's so beautiful. I've mentioned this year after year. Every year I do this video, I always mention how it's such a gorgeous handbag. The leather quality is incredible. It's held up so well. I mean, like, quite frankly, I haven't reached for it in a while, but I don't think I'm gonna sell it, just because A, it's not worth selling, and B, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Why would I sell it? And again, I'm not gonna be like a mom of 2 under 2 forever. You know, when the kids get older, I might be able to whip out these handbags more and just, you know, show them the love that they deserve. But one of the common complaints about this bag is the opening and how to get in and out of it. It's very fussy. But I mean, it is a beautiful bag. It's leather suede lined, and the interior is massive. I just have it stuffed with some dust bags right now, but it's gorgeous. It's a very distinctive handbag style. I love the belt that comes across it. Like, even after all these years, when did I buy this bag? 2017 perhaps? It's been like 7-8 years since I've purchased this bag, and I still love the design of it. It is beautiful. It does come with a long crossbody strap. It is not adjustable, however, but I do have to give them props. The leather for that strap, where is it? Right here. Is so soft. Do you see how soft that leather is? It's so beautiful. It's a gorgeous leather. But again, if only they made it adjustable, because it is a little bit longer than I'd like it to be. Yeah, I love this bag. It's beautiful, and again, one of those bags I will not sell. So like, as you can see, as I'm going through a lot of these bags, they're like bags I will not sell. So this is my oldest handbag. Next up is one of my newer purchases. I purchased this while I was still pregnant with my son, so I want to say maybe a year ago approximately. Not quite a year ago. But I purchased this guy. So I used to have a lot more Speedies. I used to have a Speedy 25, because this is the Speedy 30, Speedy B, Speedy Bandolier 30 in the Damier Ben. I used to have the exact same bag in the size 25, which was my first ever Louis Vuitton purchase ever, because before that I never liked Louis Vuitton until after I purchased that bag. But I have recently since sold that bag just because I felt it was redundant to have exact print, bandolier style, but just slightly smaller size. And so I decided to keep the bigger one just because, again, lifestyle changes. And I do like the bigger bag. Like if I don't fill it all the way up, it's fine because it'll still have a like nice slouch to it. Like it does have a slouch to it. It does come with shoulder strap again. So I do like to remove, it comes with 3 pieces of leather. I like to remove the middle section and carry it like as a shoulder bag like this. To me, it's more comfortable. I don't like to carry it as a crossbody, although that's definitely an option. So it's nice to have that option. The interior, everybody knows it's like a red lining for the damier Ben with a little pocket on the inside here, zip pocket. Not a whole lot to it. I do really like this bag. It's good to have as like a, you know, throw everything in bag, very casual, you know, whatever bag. This one you can like wear with athleisure or whatever, and it doesn't really matter. Like to me, I feel like it's not the same as some other bags that I have that feel dressier. So that's really nice. I do like that. I got this luggage tag for my 25, which again, like I've said, sold. So I've just thrown it onto here. And I really like how it just adds a little something to it. Without it, looks a little bland. You see that? I really like the luggage tag, but I've heard that the luggage tag can be very, very difficult to get now. A lot of people can't get it unless they buy an actual luggage piece from Louis Vuitton. So that kind of sucks, but I was able to get my hands on one, luckily. So this is her. She's very, very new. Like I've used her maybe a handful of times. I should use her more, but right now with the amount of stuff I have to carry, it doesn't carry quite as much as I need it to. So it hasn't been one of those bags I've reached for a ton, but I'm glad I have it. And this one will be staying in my collection. And like I said, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like with my flamenco, not my flamenco, my Loewe puzzle, I have this mini and I have the small. And then with my puzzle bag, I have like a very large one. And then obviously my Nano one that I had showed you guys earlier. So like if I like a bag, I will buy it in multiple sizes, and you'll see that once more in the next bag that I'm going to show you guys. So the next one, let me just put this away. I'm going to do it in order. I first purchased this one. This is from the Row. This is the medium North-South Park tote in the color Elephant. My friend showed this to me because we were both hunting for bags. She kind of showed me this bag online, and I was like looking at it like it's nothing special. Like sure, it's cute. It's like, to me, it didn't stand out online. Not until I went in store and tried it on did I understand the hype around this bag, because like the Row is known for its simplistic, minimalist, timeless designs. But like to me, this didn't look like much. If you guys just take a look at this, like especially when it does this, like does it look like much? To me, it doesn't look like much. But then you actually wear it and it has like the perfect slouch. Sorry, my SD card ran out of space there. So as I was saying, this, when you look at it, doesn't look like much, but when you wear it, it just looks, it's like so comfortable first off. And this is the first ever tote bag I ever got with one single strap. And that has been an absolute game changer. I never thought twice about how many straps or whatever. But for ease of getting in and out of the bag and making sure, and like nothing sliding off my shoulder, I hate that. I hate when bags slide off my shoulder, and it happens all the time with a lot of bags. Like my Longchamp work tote that I use all the time. If I have both of them on, one of them's bound to slide off, and I'm constantly putting it back on my shoulder, and it's so annoying. I hate that. So the fact that it's one strap is so nice, and it just makes it like feel so easy to use. Like it doesn't seem like a big thing, but it is. The interior has, oh, it's just got my dust bag in there. It's lined with suede leather, and I cannot emphasize to you guys how thick, oh my God, how thick and luxurious this leather is. Branding is so minimal that you actually have to like look for it even as the person who's wearing it. It's only embossed the Row right here on the one side in tiny fonts. On the interior, it's embossed again, tiny bit here. You can hardly see it, made in Italy. And that's all that there is in terms of branding. And then we've got these two tie straps at the top that you can like tie it just for it to like come in a little bit more and not be completely gaping open at the top. Do I ever use it? No, but I mean, it's a nice little, if you wanted to, you could. But like, I never understood the hype of it until I tried it on and like felt it in person. I can see why they charge the price that they charge for it. It's beautiful. I love it. And I loved it so much so that I just recently, on the last day of 2024, I went and got myself and ordered the large. Let me just grab it for a sec here. Oh, right, there it is. It is massive. I have my baby things in here right now. So like if you take a look, it's got a lot of, like majority, like 90% of what I need for both my kids. And you can see it's still got a ton of space. You see that? It's insane. So I got the large size. Let me just lift it up here. Maybe back up. There we go. All right. And it's gorgeous. Like look how slouchy that is. The leather again is unbeatable. It's actually a black interior this time. It's a black suede lining this time, and it's suede, like I said. Did I say that? I said that. I'm repeating myself. Again, the row is embossed in the front here. You can't even see it. Honestly, it's so little and it's so minimal. And again, it's embossed on the inside here. You can't see it. Same two straps that can come and tie at the top. And that's all there is to it. There's really, like, it's so minimal. And again, it looks like not much on the website, but I am absolutely head over heels in love with this bag. Obviously, because I bought it again in a bigger size this time too. There is no feet on this bag, even though it is bigger. And it's just like the slouchiest, smushiest, thick, good quality leather. Like I cannot. The leather strap here is also the perfect length. I am again 5'4". I think I mentioned that before, but let me just back up a little bit. Look at where it hangs on me. Like it's so slouchy. If I didn't carry as much on here in my bag either, it would come in a little bit more and be less like jutting out, but it carries everything I need and more. What more can I ask for? It's the perfect like throw around tote bag. And I think one of the best parts about these two bags that I can say is that I've gotten over like babying a lot of my bags. I just kind of, other than my Chanel mini rectangle that has that lambskin, every other bag in here, I do not baby any one of them. I use them and, you know, they're in great condition. But this bag in particular, these two bags from the row are such hard wearing leathers that I never feel like, oh, am I like scraping it too hard? Like, am I using it too roughly? Am I, you know, putting too much in it? Is it too heavy? Like, there's no such thing to me. These are, like, if you're looking for a bag to wear and to get you through your life and, you know, just be like that little simplistic luxury that, you know, maybe you and the people who know, this is the bag. It's perfect. I love it. Honestly, I am falling in love with the Row, the brand. Like, there are other bags that are so pretty, like that 90s bag that they have is so pretty, but it's just not practical for me right now. I just love their stuff. I can't get over it. So this is my newest purchase of the entire collection. This is the newest addition to my handbag collection. And finally, I'm just going to move this to the side. I'm going to just go over one more bag with you guys, and that would be the least luxury in this entire collection. It's kind of like a mid-range bag, but I included it last year, so I'll include it again this year so people don't think that I sold it. It is my Pollen seam. It is the large color in the color Cognac. Large color. It is a large size in the color Cognac, and I love the architecture of this bag. As you can see, like I like a variety of bags. Like I like some that are very, very slouchy, like my Row Park totes, but then I also really like my structured bags, like the Celine Belt bag, this seam bag. Like they've got very interesting, unique styles and structures to them. I love this bag. Have I used her very much? No. And a big part of that is because it doesn't stand very well on its own. First off, it tends to flop. You see that? And then maybe it's because I got the large size, but I feel like it's very like, I feel like things are loosey-goosey in there. Even though my park totes don't have a zip at the top either. The opening, and just because the bag is a lot deeper, things sit further in. It's more secure in that sense. Whereas this bag doesn't, the things don't sit as far down. And if you guys look at the inside of the bag, okay, this is probably where the problem starts. The corners of this bag, how it's like this here on the outside, they got that effect by basically having the corners flipped into the bag, and they didn't trim it, is the biggest thing. So they kind of left the flaps there. I don't know if you guys can see. If you guys know this bag, you guys know what I'm talking about. These flaps here stick out in here, so it kind of gets in the way of putting things in here and having it sit properly. For instance, if you want your laptop to sit in here, you can, but you got to position it just so between all those flaps so it doesn't make the bag fall over on either side. I don't know, there's just a few architectural things with this bag that I would change, and because of that I don't reach for this bag, especially when I have my Row Park totes, my Speedy 30. Like, I have other tote bag options that I find are, for me, easier to use. Like, I love these straps, but I also find that because both of them are here, like sometimes it's just too many straps. They kind of get in the way. Sometimes I grab this one, then I grab the long one by accident. Like, it's just too much here. I don't know, like, I love it, but at the same time it can be like a design flaw as well. It can be a pro and a con depending on how you personally feel towards it. But I love this bag, but I just don't use it. I know a lot of people who have the mini seam, the mini version of this, use it a lot as their daily tote, and they love it. So maybe it's because I got the big size, I don't know, but like, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful bag. I still have it. I just don't use it. I've definitely noticed a trend in my collection though, that I am selling a lot of my heavily logoed bags. Also, I've learned that I am not a backpack girly. I wanted to be one so badly. I used to have Montessori BB, the Palm Springs Mini. I did love that bag. But I have since sold all my backpack style bags because I feel like they just are not me, and they always slip off my shoulders and it drove me nuts. So because of that, I did sell them. I did think that I was going to keep the Palm Springs Mini for my daughter, or even like my Prada re-edition. Like, there's a ton of handbags I've sold in the previous year. So if you want to go take a look at that, I have that filmed and I'll have it linked above as well. I've definitely, like, if you take a look at my collection, I have a very well-rounded collection. I didn't put my Row Park totes back. As I was saying, if you take a look at my collection now, I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of it all. I'm admiring it. I feel I'm very happy with what I have now, because I feel like it's a very curated collection. I know to some people it may be very boring because of the color palette. I like my neutrals. I'm very boring in that sense, but if I'm going to be spending so much money, I am going to be buying a bag that I can use all the time with pretty much anything. I am very happy with my collection. There's one other bag that I would like, and that would be a bag that is not even very practical right now. It's the Hermes Picotin in either the size 18 or 22. I don't know. I've never tried either of them on. I've never seen them or tried them on in person, so it's hard for me to say. But in my dream life, I would have that as well added to my collection, and I think that would be a very happy, healthy, well-curated collection for myself. I've noticed I've just gotten rid of a lot of logos. I just feel like they're very loud, and I think that's a general trend for everybody. It's not like I'm special in any way, but I've gotten rid of a lot of my logo bags, and what I've kept behind I think is very classic, and like the ones that do have heavy logos are not very big. Like, for instance, this one and this one, they're kind of smaller handbags. They're not huge. The biggest one would be my Speedy 30, but that one is kind of like, I don't know, it's a checkered pattern. It's not the LV monogram, so I don't know, I still like it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's very lengthy, chatty, kind of everywhere video, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe down below. I would love if you joined our community. And if you guys have any like content that you guys would like me to film, or questions that you guys have, please let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.